Here in the studio with the live local artist horizontal view today, and we are in America, Stephenville, Texas, the cowboy capital of the world, on the side of the highway, doing a little art show today. You get to see how how I do it here. Well, I'm enjoying the mild weather for this time of year. I brought out some paintings. You can see them online. I'll be taking pictures and posting them to my social medias, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You should follow me and keep up with the arts. This one here is a starry night in Hyco, Texas. I really like the textures on the sky and the glowing stars, and then we have these really large longhorns, the state beef of Texas. Yeah, made that one up. Of course. There's the young Custer from a photograph. I don't know, found it online or somebody introduced it to me. And then I've got my easel set up. The opening shot was of today's subject, that beautiful landscape across the street, across the highway. That's actually Highway 67 coming out of Glenrose. And then that's a really neat, having a pop-up art show here. I've got several bins of paintings to flip through, celebrating the Independence Day weekend starting now. That's right. This, while I'm in the shade, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Get ready. Get set. Woo! What I just... All right. Let's get some color. I've got some alizarin crimson and some French ultramarine. We're gonna mix those up. Mix those up together with a little sap green. This is going to be the beginning of that very tall and textured desert tree. Really, it's so big, it's so tall. It's very rugged. Years and years of dry growth. It's meant for the landscapes that are not for the thin-skinned, we'll say. You're gonna get cooked out here, and you better be ready for it. So I'm adding some red for the heat, the years of heat that this beautiful, I'm sure it's an agave species, but I don't know nothing when it comes to the type of cacti or whatever this is. So all I know, it's beautiful. It's right across the street from me, and it definitely is worthy of my dedicating a canvas to it. An homage of years of everything. Yeah. That's some blue. I don't mind it. I needed something to separate the tonal values of the branch there, and I can run that into the spiny throngs, or what do we want to call those? They're the petals, the leaves of this bush, like a exploding porcupine. with green. Adding that green. Match. This is not a print shop. And I am not a Nikon. So I have a little fun with my brush strokes. But I am bearing in mind the nature of my subject. That is lots of dimension, lots of shadow, lots of pika. Pika. So rather than wet it and smear it everywhere, which I might do later, a little orange and a little purple. What a luscious color. Ooh. That's what I am talking about right there. I hope the color translates well. Orange and purple. Really probably took that one too far as length of its brush stroke. Play around in the shadowy areas here. If I were a bass and this was underwater, I'd be hanging out in here for a little minnow or perch to think it's safe right up here and blast right there. Follow the trajectory, would not be paying attention to its backside. Blam! Never mind how I got there. There's less shadow on this side of the plant. I'm just gonna carry that around like that. And then we're gonna just get a little bit more creative with our yellows in here and scrub in some shadows. Remember all the spiny, pointy ends that are coming out of that plant. As we add our own. Maybe I came out too far with these palms here on but we'll have to do something about that. I'm not right sure what, but we're relocating this whole branch from here. We're gonna just eventually paint over it, but we're gonna go ahead and draw it in right here. I think this is where I want it to happen. They probably separate further down the line here, so we'll just carry that around like so. And of course, we're gonna add another. That's a good idea that I started over here, way down around here. Yeah. And I'll probably add a little bit it gives me a reason to really bulk up the paint in there to hide that under drawing. All right, just drawing in that palm tree across the way. Just spreading color, trying to stay off my mineral spirits, making a conscious effort to keep the paint dry, keep my brushes dry. I like what it's doing. So when I would normally just dip my brush, I'm holding off, and it feels good. So do it. Take a different approach on this painting, on your next one. Remind yourself why you choose to paint the way you do. Maybe you try to empty yourself from your process and be the vessel of the muse, or you believe in refinement of craft and are asserting your divine self into that. A combination of both, and somewhere in between you find yourself. Maybe. Just remember, do it any way you like. Just do it. Adding a little darker green, some shadows to the far palm. Some shadows from the backside as well. So I'm on the side of Highway 67 coming out of Stephenville heading towards Glen Rose. You'll see me in the parking lot of the new group of retail shops that just came online. We have behind me the funkiest place in Stephenville to find cool pottery from Oaxaca. And then, of course, the funkiest art in town. A lot of local artists getting down. What can I say? I'm blessed to paint what I want. Adding a little white to my blue. I don't know if I should be starting on the sky right now. It seems like I'm getting sucked into it anyways. I can tell you this, I need more white. So I'm going to do the one-handed white after I add some cerulean to that. Now, my setup is quite simple. I just show up and get down. Today's a little bit more though, because we brought a van load and a truckload of art and a tent. We're here for the long haul. Come and join me. I'm going to be making paintings of the beautiful scenery around me. There's the hayfield that I was painting in yesterday. There is this beautiful palm tree and cactus patch that, you know me, I love cactus. Maybe you didn't know, and you know me. Anyways, I don't really... Anyways, I like cactus. I like painting cactus. The greens are out of this world. So I've got some blue mixed up here, and we're going to add that too. See, my initial drawing was all wrong, so I'm having to paint that away. And then it's always an issue when you're painting palm trees. Especially this agave sort. I call it that because that's what I call it. And then you got two overlapping systems of, I want to call them throngs. I don't know why. Is that even the thing? It's like a throng. It's a throng of Palm Throng. That's the name of my band, Palm Throng. Hi, we're Palm Throng. We're here to promote our first album coming out this July. Palm Throng. It's self-titled album, Palm Throng. Yeah, we played the best of Palm Throng on that album. So tune in. Okay, so we're gonna just scrub that sky. And ooh, I shouldn't have done that, but I did it anyways, and we're gonna go with it. What did I do? So I thought the branches for sure were gonna come out to there. And I was leaving room for them, but I took it away. There's a lot of clouds in the sky, and I knew that. I just haven't looked up. I knew there were clouds in the sky because it's a lot cooler than it was yesterday. Yesterday was oof. Man, oh man. But we're out here today. And hey, I'm not saying nothing. But the word on the street is I'll be here for as long as y'all keep me here, you know? You know what I'm saying? It might get hot. It might get hotter. These clouds might get denser. Who knows? I might not be in Kansas anymore by the time this is all said and done, if you know what I mean. But I'm here now, so come and check it out. I got a lot of work. I'm willing to make a deal. You need to put a painting somewhere. You need to mend a relationship. You want to impress your partner. Well, get along, little dog. Come and check out the artwork on the side of the highway while it's here. You never know where it's gonna go. But I like that blue, man. That blue, if you're a painter and you want to know, I'll share with you that blue. That's a little bit of titanium white, actually a lot. I'm heavy on the titanium white in this blue mixture. And then we got some Prussian blue. Prussian blue is in there with some French ultramarine in varying amounts. And then we are not immune from picking up some of that sap green that was left down on the palette. and it is on the canvas now. That sap green that is mixed with a little bit of alizarin crimson, and I even see some hints of yellow ochre in that mixture there. So yeah, go ahead, just mix yourself up a batch and get to town. That's a beautiful blue. I hope I made enough of it because I forgot the recipe, and I don't know about going back and listening to that all over again. So good luck. Write it down. Share it. Yummy, yummy. That's like, Northern Smurf blue. Yeah. Ooh, I just got a little bit too much green in there. We can just over reciprocate by adding titanium white and another douse of that Northern Smurf blue. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I don't know. I might just leave it very simple like this. Not even do a lot of the background. Oh my goodness! I just added green. I had no intention, but there it is. I really didn't know what I was going to do with the background, but you leave it to chance and she'll respond. She'll tell you. So that's where I guess we are going to continue with our original plan. We're not going to over graphic this image. Oversimplify, we'll say. We're not going to oversimplify it. I was fully prepared to drop off all the background and just make it all solid blue all the way down and boom, leave it like that. Fully prepared to do that. I was about to do that, in fact, but I decided I wouldn't. I can always go back and paint all the rest of this that I do. From this point forward, nothing is set. Nothing is Oh, I was looking for my mineral spirits. I didn't pour myself any. Alright, I'll do it. I'll keep painting without my mineral spirits. This is all dry brush, folks. Dry brush. We're bringing this brush into the fold by running it through the wringer. This is like the gauntlet for my brushes. Can you handle what I will put you through to get the paint down and scrubbed out into all the grooves the way I want you to be? Or will you fall apart? Will you break down like a cheap bristle brush? Will you be brought up above the clouds? We're brushing away all of the white pinholes that I can. Whew, my arm. Oh man. Oh, pop, my neck. thick earlier because I was not about to mix up another batch, but I still needed some to cover up unpainted parts. Gotta go.